Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. FAYEMI blows hot. National Assembly stealing. APC move to restructure the country. Chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, NGF, Kayode Fayemi, has called on Nigerians to stop the blaming of APC-led government of Buhari, President Muhammadu Buhari, for its inability to do anything meaningful on the restructuring of the country, which it promised in its manifesto. According to Fayemi, Nigerians should blame the National Assembly instead for the inaction. His reasons is that since receiving the report of the Governor El-Rufai on restructuring the National Assembly and yet to subject the report to scrutiny months after its delivery, Fayemi stressed that the onus was on NASS to take the bull by the horn. Fayemi said it will not be fair to say that the APC has neglected or gone back on its promise to restructure. Yes, restructuring is one of the things we promised in our manifesto, and what the party asked the El-Rufai committee to do was to define what we meant by restructuring. The committee did a brilliant job on that, going around the country holding zonal meetings, asking questions from a diverse audience, and then coming out with a set of recommendations, include even draft bill that defines the concessions. However, the job of legislation and reforming the Constitution of Nigeria in order to achieve what we promise Nigerians is the job of the legislators. I can tell you that we formally presented El-Rufai's committee report to the President of the Senate and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and what we presented to them also contained proposed bills and the reasons why we had not come to it from the executive side is that there is a standard committee in the National Assembly dedicated to constitutional reform, chairman by the Deputy Senate President and the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives. This is a joint committee, a very powerful one that is dedicated to this issue exclusively. The National Assembly is not only for the APC, it is the National Assembly of Nigeria. So it is up to them to subject what they have presented in the El-Rufai committee report to scrutiny, and even if they like, to allow public hearing in order to get the best of what Nigerians would do to see in the Constitution. Wow, we can hear the person of Fayemi playing the blame game and pointing fingers that what is going on in Nigeria is not the fault of the president, that Nigeria has a constitution and there is due process to follow regarding how things should be done. He said the committee was headed by El-Rufai, who, when they came into power, they promised and they told the people of Nigeria that they were coming with reform to help the Nigerian community, to help the Nigerian committee and community. And what they did was that they put this committee together, headed by El-Rufai, and what part of the job of this committee was going around the nations and having zonal meetings, having reform, discussing with people. I don't know, Nigerians, if you're aware that happened in your area or in your locality or in your state. I've not heard of it. This is the first time I'm hearing anything of such. I've not heard of anything of such, by the way. That's me. Probably I did not hear. So I want to hear your talk and your take on the matter. I want to know what you think, because I did not see anything, I for one, and I've not heard that anybody went around collecting facts and figures and putting together things that will move Nigerian forward. Because one of the things Nigerian leaders are very capable and very passionate in doing is playing the blame game, where they point fingers and point the attention away from them and do other things to distract the public from them. You know, that's one very good area where you see the Nigeria politics play out. they like to play the blame game and make it feel like it's not their fault, it's somebody else's fault. This is not done because I've done my bit, and this one is here to do his bit. What you are saying is not mine, mine has been done, blah, 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 blah. And so the blame game goes on and on. But I want to ask, who was in charge of what the US asked Nigerians to do in putting together um, security bits for the country so that we will not be blacklisted from the migrant visa of the US? Because it's clear that they gave Nigeria an ultimatum. This has been ongoing, which the government is fully aware since 2017. The US asking Nigerian government to put things in place regarding lost and stolen passports so that they can effectively be able to manage security. The US does not want to jeopardize the security of its national, and so Nigerians that travel abroad illegally has this thing of saying that my my passport is stolen, my visa is lost, blah blah blah. A lot of a host of all things like that. And so they said, okay, put a system in place so that when we, for instance, there is new technology now, all we need to do is just put the person's fingers, and all the security details about that person will come out. We will know if the person has been a criminal, he has a criminal record, he's done anything of such, and this is all security measures to make sure that their country is safe. So but Nigeria did not put that in place. 2017, 2018, 2019, 2019 March 11, the government of Trump sent another reminder and asking Nigerians, they gave them a deadline date, which they did not meet. The date came and passed, and nobody sent a message to say, this is the reason why we did not meet up with the deadline. This is the reason why we did not accomplish what we said we were going to do. Would give us more time, or we are working on this. There was no communication whatsoever. And so 2019, March 11, precisely, according to the United States of America, they sent a memo to the presidency and to the government of Nigeria to say that to give them a reminder, to give them a hint that we're going to be blacklisted and banned from a migrant visa. Guess what? Nobody raised a finger. Nobody did anything about it. Typical Nigeria. Nobody did anything about it. Everybody kept quiet, like it's not their business. It's not their fault. Blah. They just, So back to what we're talking about is the blame game. But guess what? As soon as we get banned from the migrant visa, Buhari quickly set up a committee. Come on, guys. What is called medicine after death? The dog is already dead. Then you now want to give medicine. What's the purpose? What will it serve? Do you get my drift? What's the purpose of that? What will it serve? So these are the things we're talking about. What's the purpose of it? What will it serve? What are you aiming at? You see? So the same thing now. FAYEMI is also clamoring for. That is not Buhari's fault. It's not their fault. They gave in the manifesto that they were going to do this A, B, C, D, Z. And when they came into power, they set up a committee to define as to what their mandates are, what they're going to do. They set up a committee, and part of this committee's job was to go around. This committee's job was to look out for what the memorandum will be, what is going to all entails, what will be scope and all that, And they said an RFI committee went around and said they did a good job according to him. They did a fantastic job, and they brought out the report. He said, but bringing out a report and bringing it to presenting it back is not what matters. What matters is it has to be legislated upon. It has to be passed into law. That so far the House of Representatives and the Senate has not done anything about it. That's why we are saying the laxity in office. But I want to say here, if really the House and the Senate has not done anything about it, what has the presidency done to urge them to say, get this done? This is my manifesto. This is what I intend to do for the people. What has the presidency done to say, guys, I want this done. Quickly sit on it. The presidency has urged them. They will do something. Nobody would sit there and say, as soon as the presidency gives this order, make them know the urgency of it. All hands will be on deck. Okay? So I put it back to you, Fayemi, that the presidency has not done enough to make sure that this bill see the light of day. Okay. Thanks, Nigerians. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless. Bye.